Wait for some people to come on here. See if we get anybody on. Good morning out there, Slot Car Land. How's everybody doing this week? Wait for some people to come on here and see if we can't get a conversation going. Be putting some color down today on our new project car. This Diamond Dust Silver on our next late model for our cars that we'll be doing for a driver's challenge race here coming in the fall. Oops, and I just spilled coffee. So we'll be doing that and answering some questions and doing all that kind of stuff. Don't forget, if you guys haven't checked it out, check out RC Lincoln's new chassis that he... somebody's car alarm outside is going off. That he just uploaded a new super stock chassis. Very cool. Go check that video out. He explains a lot in there. I shared the pictures on the group page on Facebook. And some people had a bunch of questions. If you have any questions about those photos, go to the video at Wizard and take a look at that, and that'll explain all your guys' questions on that car. But very cool. Might have to see if we can't pick one up for a little preview or review of it. Because I have a Storm, so we might have to compare the two of them, and then we probably may have to get a hold of a Viper as well and do all three. So I hope everybody had a great week. It's Saturday. Hope you guys are doing getting some racing in this weekend. So racing's kind of fallen off a little bit, but ready here for our series coming up this fall. And we're going to discuss, everybody has agreed to the schedule. We just have to decide whose houses we're at when. And we'll probably be doing that sometime this summer. Sitting down and discussing that with the five tracks that we'll be racing at. And we'll get the schedule done and all of that stuff. We also want to run, me and Elijah also want to run over on the west side, over in Seattle. We want to run their point series over there as well this fall. Hopefully they run on Saturday. We're going to be running on Sunday, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. And Paul just announced that they'll be coming up with the Fred Tinsley Memorial again here soon, and me and Elijah want to do that again. Bring that to you guys as well. All this race action we're going to be bringing to you guys on the channel, so hope you guys will enjoy it. We're going to be doing a couple other neat little things with it as well. Do some race reports for you guys, talking about points and who's where and all that kind of stuff. Kind of want to introduce everybody to our racers that are racing with us and all that kind of stuff. So kind of do it a la Indy Slot Car League style. And just do some interviews and talk to everybody and introduce you to the group here locally that I race with and all that kind of stuff. So first off, before people start asking questions, let's lay down. Let's on our first color, our first little swab here. This is going to be the back half of the car. The front half's going to be blue, so this is going to be the blue lane car. We're going to be using the Red Bull decals on this car. Kind of a combination of the Red Bull decals and the Clabber Girl decal sets that I have. There we go. There's color one. We'll add another color here in a little bit. I have 3 people watching. You guys got any questions or anything, or seen anything lately that you want to talk about or bring up, or or whatnot. Or whatnot. I haven't got anything new myself since I bought those magnet traction cars for my wife's tattooist. That's been the only things I've bought recently. I haven't really found anything local or wanted to pick anything up. I picked up some parts and pieces and stuff, but that's been about it. since I got the chassis and all that stuff that I showed you guys in the last one, that Look What the Mailman Brought episode we did. There's still some other things that we want to get. We're more concentrating on working on cars right now. We may have to buy some more Wizard tires. And I think that's it. We finally got the parts in that we needed to finish Elijah's motor plate. I still got to show you guys that as well. We'll be building here in about a week or so, or maybe 2-3 weeks, something like that. We're going to be putting together a T-Jet motor plate for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. I have all the parts for that. I got one car that I still got to put a balanced arm in. So I got all the parts for it. So we're going to be on the lookout for that video as well, coming up here pretty soon. I got to get that car done and ready. I got to do some more tuning on a couple of cars for this fall. So we're gonna be racing on some very, very different racetracks. A couple of them you've seen. We'll be racing here at my house on my layout, which, as you guys know, is a clipped together new AFX track. We'll be racing at Doug's down in the Tri-Cities, which you have seen. It's also a clipped together AFX track. The other three that we're going to be racing at, you have not seen on the channel. We'll be racing at Stan's house out in West Valley. He has the only Bowman that I know of in town. It was owned by Don Jump. Stan bought it from him. He's been getting it up. We're going to be have a test and tune session there soon. He's still trying to get the driver stations all hooked back up because he went in and bought a brand new timing system for it, and he wanted to use driver stations. So he bought driver stations from TrackMate and the brand new TrackMate system, and he's installing that on it. So he's still working on that a little bit. He said last time I talked to him, he said he's almost done. So we'll be racing there. The other track we'll be racing on, you guys, if you're members of Slot Car Crazy on Facebook, have seen pictures of it, which is Jim Betts' Radiator Springs Raceway, which that track is a lock and joiner track. So I haven't raced on a lock and joiner in a really long time, so that's going to be interesting. It's a very fast racetrack. I think the tightest corner he has on that layout is a 9-inch corner. He doesn't have anything smaller than a 9-inch. So that's going to be interesting. And then we'll be racing at his son's house, Kyle, who bought a track out of the Bay Area, which is a very T-Jet oriented race setup racetrack. So it's very tight, very twisty and turny, and it is a AFX clipped together track as well, I believe. So those are the 5 racetracks we'll be racing on this fall. Plus, we'll be racing on the 3x5 oval as well. At least one. That'll be one of the promoter's choice races. When we get everything ironed out on that, I'm going to put up a video prior to the start of that season. It'll probably be the Labor Day Classic. We'll have a big video announcing what we're running, how we're running it, and some of the other rules with the classes, so you guys can get a gist of what we're running. And when you guys see the videos, then you guys can go and kind of reference that video and see what cars we're running and the rules for those cars. So we'll go through that, announcing it prior to. Good morning, Don. I hope you can race with us this fall. Need to get you out and racing again. Mr. Don Breadwell. He's one of our members of our group here locally. If he's a huge T-Jet guy, if you guys are members of Slot Car Crazy, you've seen a lot of his posts on T-Jets and all of his cars. Hope so. Cool. So, very cool cars. So we'll be doing that, and then hopefully going over to the west side as well, running with Paul Hamilton, Mike King, Randy Chin, and all those guys over there as well, running their they usually have a stock T-Jet Frey point series over there. And hopefully, if the weather permits, we'll hit every one of those. I think they have a 5-race schedule over there, where we're gonna be running 10 races here through the first weekend of February, and then we'll have about a 3-week break before we go to the Frey. And then hopefully I can talk some of the guys into going with us this year. So we'll have a wash day, hopefully. Maybe with Randy and Lisa as part of our team. So we don't want to miss that again. I was bummed that we didn't get to go to the Frey this year because of the whole job situation. Now I have a better job, a better paying job, and stuff. So we're looking forward to going again, hopefully every year from now on, and bringing it to you guys. And we'll have a lot of stuff planned to do at the Frey, and interviews and talking to people and all that kind of stuff. So good morning, good afternoon. Taking a break from watching the 24 hours. That's right, the 24 hours of the Nürburgring is this weekend. Forgot about that. Hello from Sweden. Forgot about the 24 hours of the Nürburgring. That's an insane race. That's a huge racetrack running both the new circuit and the Nordschleife. That is insane. It'd be kind of cool. I wish we could watch that race in the States. I don't think anybody here in the States covers that race. It'd be kind of neat to watch that. That'd be kind of neat something to do too. Here with our group, would be to do an endurance race, kind of maybe a 12-hour or something on the Bowman track or something. Would be really cool. That would be a sweet thing to do. The guys that we used to race with out of Boise, Idaho, used to do a 12-hour, and then they changed it to a 24-hour. But most of them have moved on and moved out, and are not. I don't even think they're racing anymore. They might be, but I know a couple of them have moved out of Boise because of jobs and other things. Never got to go to that, though. I went to the Idaho State Championships that they did, but I never... Oh, live on YouTube. Okay, I'll have to look that up after we get done here. I'll have to look that up on YouTube after I get done. No, I'm a huge race fan of all forms of motorsports. So tonight we're going to me and the boys are going to Yakima Speedway tonight. The super late models are in town, so we're gonna go watch them guys run tonight. And then hopefully next weekend we'll be out at Renegade Raceway here in the Yakima Drag Strip, and for Nitro nights. So that's gonna be really cool too. Let's lay another color while the questions are kind of limited here. Put down another coat here. There we go. If you guys want to know where I got these little things, I swiped these from the Shopko store. Hello from Ireland, Patrick. How you doing? I got these from Shopko when the Shopko closed. They're clips that we had in top lines that they used to hold signs. So I swiped about 5 or 6 of them for holding stuff for painting. It comes in really handy actually, because they're double jointed. You can move. They're jointed at both ends. This one's getting kind of mucked up from paint, but you can do all kinds of stuff and move the body any way you want for paint. So they come in pretty handy. So another color down. What's some other things? So what do you guys think of the new Auto World, not Auto World, but the new Tomei AFX Audi? The Audi and the Toyota that just recently came out, those are pretty cool. I need to pick up the Audi to go with my other Audis I have. Very cool. Some of the other new bodies too. I think Greg Davis just did a couple of new bodies. I haven't seen anything from Jeff from Hurley yet, other than when he announced the Lambos and stuff right before the fray this year for T-Jets. Those are pretty cool. And then that, of course, the new video that came out yesterday from RC Lincoln and Wizard, the new super stock chassis that they're coming out with, that's able to do both Lexan bodies and everything. I think he said that those chassis in super stock form are going to be $60 to $85, something like that is what he said. So go check that video out on Wizard on Facebook. Yeah, I was live yesterday explaining it. So if you guys go check that video out, you can check that car out. Really cool. Also, I uploaded some pictures on Slot Car Crazy group page on Facebook, pictures of it. So I'm still trying to get the video. To share the video on Slot Car Crazy, so be on the lookout for that too. Hopefully I can figure out how to share it, because it won't. I can send it to people through Messenger, but I can't share it. I wanted to share it on the group page for everybody too, but it's not allowing me to do it. So hopefully I'll be able to figure that out, and you guys can see that video as well. If you can't, if you're not, don't have Wizard as a like page. He's also just recently come out with a whole bunch of new T-Jet parts as well. Check out Wizard. He's got a couple of videos on there for new axles, new back end gear posts that are titanium, that are light and won't have any magnets won't affect. So he's come out with a bunch of new parts for all kinds of cars here recently. So go check that out if you guys haven't checked that out yet. So there's a lot of neat stuff out there if you guys want to go check it out. I suggest checking out Wizard. I suggest checking out DG Designs if you guys want controller wraps. He does a great job. Dave does a really great job. Go check him out. Go check out Jag Hobbies. They got a lot of neat stuff. The new chassis that we did the review of, and then I bought 4 of. They all seem to run really well, all 4 of them. I still got to do some breaking in on those cars, but I want to wait for the bodies to be all done so we can start breaking them in. Don't forget to check out Slot and Stuff and RTHO and everybody. Give all these guys some good likes and some your business, because they're all great people. HOSlotCarRacing.com. And they're all. Get back here. Don't break the nozzle on the paint can. So has anybody got any questions or anything that you've seen new that you think's really cool? Or pick up anything that you think's really cool? Big Donkey has some new dirt track bodies. Ooh! Alright, we'll have to check that out, Don. Big Donkey. Is that the guy that bought, not Butch's body, the other guy, Resin Dude. Is that the guy that took up Resin Dude's stuff? I know he passed away, and I know somebody said that somebody was picking it up and was going to continue it, but I'm not sure who it was. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. Resin Dude has some really cool stuff. I might have to check that out, Don. Yeah, so Big Donkey, he's the guy that took over for Resin Dude, and Resin Dude has some really cool bodies that he was doing. So if you guys want to check that out, he's the guy that picked up Resin Dude's stuff. So another one you might want to check out is Butch's Bodies. They have a lot of really cool stuff too. A lot of cool late model style bodies. Some modified. I think he has a few modified bodies. I know so did Resin Dude. So Big Donkey probably has a couple of those too. Be kind of neat. I've been toying with seeing if the guys want to do a modified class, but don't forget to check out SlotCarCrazy.com as well. I got to talk to Jim. We'll have to look around and see if we've got those on the website as well. I know he's got a lot of other stuff, but I don't think Butch's Bodies is there. I don't think Big Donkey's there. So we need to add some more. All right, let's lay another color. Let's lay not another color, but another. So you can see it's getting there. I think it's gonna look really cool with this silver and the blue. I originally bought this silver for some Coors Light decal set that I have. But I got to thinking about it, and I put the Clabber Girls and the Red Bull stuff together. I think it's going to look really cool. We're going to do a little neat design with the blue on this car. The whole nose will be blue, and then I want to do like a spike on the roof and then maybe down the side of the car as well. So it's going to be pretty cool. Hold on. It's a good price on the Williams Beta. Oh, Cube? That's an expensive car. I've seen that car on eBay for anywhere, I think, from $79 to probably $95 to $100, right around there. That car is one of the most expensive G Plus cars, along with the six-wheeler. And there was another one. I can't remember what the third one was. But that Williams car is pretty spendy. It's hard to find, especially in the Cube, too. If you can get it for a decent price, I'd say probably $79 to $80. If you could get it for that, would be a decent price. You can even get it lower, like between 50 and 75 would be a steal, if you ask me. But I'm trying to get all the G Plus Formula One cars. I kind of backed off a little bit here lately. I haven't bought any in a while, but I want to get all those too. And that one's probably the most spendy one of those cars. Because I think that car came out towards the end of the G Plus run of the Formula One cars, so it's not. I'm not sure if it's just limited or if it's just a well-wanted car. Probably would be best bet would to try and buy one from somebody you know rather than buying one off of eBay. eBay's kind of spendy, and if you know somebody that actually has one who's willing to get rid of it, might be able to work with you a little bit. So what else is everybody doing out there? I know the Nationals are coming up. I don't know if anybody is on here that's going. RC was talking about it. That's a race that me and Elijah would like to hit. Hey Jeff, what's up? Not much actually, to tell you the truth. Other than laying the first couple of coats of silver, you haven't missed much. That's a race. The Nationals is a race me and Elijah would get to, but that's an East Coast race right now, and there was talk about it in Colorado this year, and that got postponed. So hopefully they'll bring it back out west a little further and bring it to Colorado, and it would be a little cheaper of a run for me and Elijah. We could actually drive that one more than it would have to fly. But that would be a race that me and Elijah would love to hit. Do the G-Jet or the Frey race, and then Super Stock if we could pull that one off. Would be a cool one to go to. Hitting would be the Quarrel Michael Block's race in Wisconsin. Would be a cool race to hit too. That one's he's not having that this year, but he'll be having it again next year. So you never know. We might pull enough money to be able to go. If you guys want to support the channel or whatnot, don't forget to check out Spreadshirt.com. How many people do you average at your local races in Washington? Our group here locally, if you include the kids that race with us, I think we are up to about 15 now, I think. Plus we have plus Don, who's on here, and if we could get Jump back, we could probably run to about 17 people. So we've got about, if you don't count Elijah, we don't count Elijah as a kid, but we've got about 5 kids within the group, and then there's probably 10 of us total, off and on. So about 15 on average here locally, and then we can pull probably another 3 or 4 from the west side if we have a big race. Too much racing here lately. Have 124 scale Blue King in stores. Yeah, you need to find a seller for that, Jeff. You need to find, or not a seller, but a buyer. You can get you back to your HO stuff. If I had the money to set up a slot car facility, I wouldn't mind buying it, but I don't have that kind of cash. Do they show up weekly? We don't do a lot during the summer when it comes to racing. We're going to do a little more this summer, but here we're just now getting back into a groove of racing again on a regular basis. When the point series starts this fall, we'll be racing every 2 weeks from September. Actually, it'll start with the Labor Day Classic here, and then we'll be racing from September all the way through February. Can you say hi? 30 to yeah. I've seen a Blue King. They're huge. I've actually raced on one in the Tri Cities with Stan quite a few years ago now. I don't know who the heck that is. So what is everybody else racing this week? Or is anybody else racing this week? Hoping we'll get a race here up soon. We're also supposed to be going to Portland to the Motorsport. I can't remember what the name of it is down there. The Motorsports Museum in Portland. We're going to be headed down there. Nick Gertz is racing. Okay. So that'll be really cool. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. I might even tape some of that for the YouTube channel for you guys as well. They got some really neat race cars down there. We'll be doing that and probably discussing where we're going to be racing, whose house is racing first in the point series. D&E Dirt Racing tonight. Oh, so hopefully he does well. Geez, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. So hopefully he does well tonight, Jeff. Been following him on there. Or spotted distance from Dirt Cup at Skagit. Oh, that's right, the Dirt Cup. Tonight's the last night of that, isn't it? Is it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Tony Milton, number 15. That's right. Good luck, Tony, tonight. The number 15X, sponsored by D&E Slot Car Speedway. Tonight is, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, we missed them when they were here in Yakima to open the season. We didn't have the money to go, so that was kind of a bummer. We went last year and we didn't get to go this year, but we're definitely going to see them when they come to the fair in September for the finish off their season. Love going to the sprint cars. I need to get over to Skagit one of these times. I'd love to go over there for the World of Outlaws. My oldest has never gotten to see them, and I want to go over there and see them at either Skagit, Grace Harbor, or down at Cottage Grove if I get a chance. I am very happy to say that I have seen the King of the Outlaws, Steve Kinser, win a race here at Yakima, so I can check that off of my list. All right, what else do we got going on this week? So has anybody got any new cars lately? I know Breadwell probably has. He's always buying something off of eBay. So, what do you guys? Here's a good question for you guys. What do you guys want the most for your collection that you don't? What car that you don't have? Your unicorn, as it were. Anybody out there? Hello? Oh, there we go. Orange Vega modified that you have. I need to find a bumper for that car. I don't have the front bumper on that car. I would like to be able to find one for that car. I wouldn't mind having the Pinto. Was that the other one? Because there was the Pinto, I think. I wouldn't mind having the Pinto to go along with it. I've never seen that one on eBay. That'd be a cool one to go with that car. Mine would probably be, I have the 6-wheel now, so that was my one for the longest time. The other one that I would really like to have, just for collection side purposes, would be a In the Cube Daytona G Plus car. White. Hey fellas, white Rolls Royce on list. Yes, the Tyrrell. Yeah. But the yellow Daytona, Ferrari Daytona 365 would be my other one. In the Cube strapped would be probably my other one that I would really want really bad. I wouldn't mind having a red one to go with my yellow one to race. Really got one. I really got one, yeah. Yeah, I remember you getting that one too, Jeff. So that would be mine right now, outside of the Formula One G Plus cars that I want. I need the Williams. I think it's the Essex Lotus. I have the John Player. I need the Essex Lotus, the Williams. I think there's another Lotus variant that I would have to have. And then I need a new Renault, because the Renault I've had since I was a kid, and the front wing was broke on it. So I wouldn't mind having one of those that's not, with the front wing still intact. The orange one is the Pinto, the other one was the Gremlin. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having the Gremlin to go with, or I have the Gremlin, I want the Pinto. Or, no, I have the Pinto, I want the Gremlin, sorry. It'd be, so I have both of them. I just need to find a front bumper for that Pinto. I don't have a front bumper on that car. It didn't have the bumper on it when I got it. Plus, I have a Chaparral, white Chaparral I need the wing for. It didn't have a wing on it. It's in great shape other than the wing. The body's in nice white shape. It's just missing the wing. Get that one and get the wing on it would be really. I have to do a live what's on eBay here soon too. Take a look at, give everybody's opinion what they want to look for. It's a Pinto and a Maverick. It'd be really cool. Hey David, what's up? So let's see here, what we want to talk about. We're going to be doing the Labor Day race again this year. Not sure what we're running yet. If you guys have any suggestions on what we should have on the day, I'm toying with talking to Stan too and making it a 2-day thing. So we'll be racing at his house on Saturday and mine on Sunday. We're gonna have to see. He was talking about wanting maybe to make it a 2-day show and race it on both racetracks. But we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully people can make it this year. Have another nice Labor Day Classic race. Can't type, not Maverick. You're in the way there, Jeff. Want to definitely do freight cars with that race, but I also want to do some others. We might be doing a couple of the cars that we're going to be racing for points this year, so that would be kind of neat because we're running HP7s in that point series, which is kind of a neat class. So I got to work on change cars, so we might want to run those, and then maybe a couple other fun classes or something. So Labor Day weekend, if you guys can make it, we'll be running the Labor Day Classic again. Break in any new chassis, even NOS or brake, and pretty much just the old pancake motor chassis. I wonder what the dogs are freaking out about. So, if you guys do have any ideas for episodes or whatnot, don't forget to send them in. Dave just sent one. We're going to be still working on the 3x5 build to show you guys putting in the sensors in that next episode for the timing system. And then I might have to use the light bar that I have built for this track for that one, because he's changed his lights system for his timing system, so I'm going to have to use the one that I have. So I might just have to show you guys the bridge and everything with that. And then we'll fine-tune the timing system once we get the track all nailed down and everything. I don't know. I might even change that episode. We might not be doing the timing system on that track. We might be finally finalizing the infield piece and the outside wall, and then nailing the track down and all of that stuff as well before we put the timing system in it, because I think we should probably do that before I put the timing system in it. That way it's all done and the timing system will be set up right. So I think that's what we're going to do in 2 weeks. We'll have a bi-weekly next weekend, and then we'll be I'll buy a sheet of MDF for the infield, and we'll show you guys cutting that and putting our wall around the outside of the racetrack and getting the track all nailed down and situated. That's probably the better idea to do that than do the timing system and do the timing system after that. So it's nearing completion. We're getting there. It'll be done soon. And then I'm really toying with leaving, because I want to hook up this power system that we have on the new layout that I bought with this year's income tax on that layout, and I might just leave it here and run wires all the way over to here, so we can do it that way rather than have to move the power supply all the freaking time. Just make really long lead wires, because right now it's hooked up to that smaller G-Jet power system, which is not very stout. It only goes to 12 volts, which is an okay power supply, but the one that I bought is a lot more variable, so we can run faster cars on the layout with the one that we have now. So I don't think anybody answered the question that you've got lately. Anybody got anything really cool, really new? All right, there we go. Let's see. Which is better timing system, light or reed switches? Well, their advantages and disadvantages. We've ran on both. This one has the lighted system, of course. We've ran on a track. The Bowman had reed switches. The problem with a reed switch is, if you're running a car that doesn't really have strong motor magnets, like if you're especially in the T-Jet range of cars, it sometimes won't pick up the car if you don't have strong enough motor magnets. So we had that problem a couple of times down in the Tri-Cities on Jim's old racetrack, where the reed switch, for some reason on one of the lanes, if your car didn't have really strong motor magnets, it wouldn't pick it up. So that's one of the disadvantages with them. One of the advantages with reed switches is if a car goes through upside down or something, crashes and goes through the reed area upside down, it won't cause a lap on anybody in the other lanes. Whereas in the light situation, if a car comes in through upside down or sideways or something, it could give 3 lanes a lap. But the lights are easier for me they're easier to install than a reed switch. They're easier to set up than a reed switch. But it's more a personal preference when it comes to that. With the lights, you don't have to worry about motor magnet strength. It'll catch the car no matter what. But then you run into the problem of cars going through upside down or sideways or whatnot and causing laps on other lanes. But that's all down to driver driving ability. So, it's either way. They both have their advantages and they both have their disadvantages. The other thing about a reed switch that is kind of bad is they're easy to damage if a car comes out and the guide pin hits. If you have a routed track and the reed switch is exposed, like it was on Stan's the Bowman, it could damage the reed switch. Whereas a light, you don't really have that much of that issue with that. But it's probably a more personal choice for you where it goes. I don't know what the cost, whether one is cheaper than the other. Where the lights you buy, I think when I bought mine, they were $12 total for the whole 4 lanes. Which is you're buying an individual reed switch for each lane you have. So I'm not sure if there's a cost difference there. I'd have to look that up on the. I would just chuck it down to personal preference. If you've ran with lights before and you want to stick with it, go with that. Or if you've ran reed switches, just go with what you know, basically. And then if you want to price it out, just price it out and see which would be better. Because I've ran on both. If your cars are good, reed switches work really well. Datsun Blue 35 with the box for about $50. That's not bad. It's a good price. The one I got cheaper, but I think I paid 35 or 30. Something. It might have been 25 for the one I bought. I can't remember which. But I got mine at a antique store too, so I didn't get it offline. So that's another thing. If you guys have antique stores in your town, don't rule those out for having slot cars, or the Goodwill for that matter. I've seen some especially if you're in bigger towns. I've seen some people pull some stuff out of Goodwills that is just mind-boggling. That's like the Tyco Pro set that I did the review of. My sister found at the Goodwill here in Yakima, complete. The only thing that was missing was the lap timer. So don't forget to check those places. You never know what you're going to find, especially when they open. It's kind of a neat place to go too. Stan's son Alan bought him a Ultra 5 set from a antique store here in town for Christmas this past year. So you never know what you're going to find, and that set was complete, cars and everything. which I need to talk to him about because it is open, and I might want to do that for a review for you guys, which would be kind of cool. We'll have to bring that in here and set it up on the floor in here. I've never played with a slotless set before, so it'd be kind of neat to video that for you guys. Do a little slotless set, seeing as I haven't been able to pick one up yet. Would be kind of a neat thing. There's been a lot of talk, especially earlier in the channel, of getting into doing some more slotless videos, which is something I never really got into as a kid. So if we can find one and pick one up for fairly cheap, or be able to borrow one from somebody to do a review of or something, would be really cool. Looking at some accelerator sets back earlier. Do you have a favorite brand or chassis style? I tend to favor AFX non-mag. Come on. Non-mag and Magna traction cars because of what I was as a kid. I kind of tendency to go the same way. When I was a kid, my first set was actually a Tyco HP2 set. Actually, I got 2 for Christmas one year. But I do favor the AFX cars more, especially the Magna traction and the G+. That's where I was a kid. I bought Magna traction and G+ cars, and then right before my parents moved and I didn't have a spot to set up the track anymore. But those were my favorites, were the Magna traction cars and the G+ cars. Now if you ask me now, today, probably my favorite cars to race and tinker with would be freight cars. I have an Ultra 5 set also. It's only been ran one time. Oh, okay. I might have to borrow. We're gonna have to come over and talk. Have to come over and sit and shoot the breeze with you and see if what we've got that we could borrow for the YouTube channel. Don has a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of slot cars to share. I'll have to come over and... I drive by your house now every day to work and home from work, so I could stop by and chat with you on the way home from work one day or something. See, as I'm working at the grocery outlet now. So, hopefully bring you guys a review of one of those Ultra 5 sets would be kind of cool. Gonna have to start. I have been slowly updating the tires on my cars since they've hardened and break. Yeah, that's an ongoing thing there with tires and stuff. That's why, as a group here in town, we've told everybody that you can go to silicones on your cars because they last longer. Trying to find original rubber tires anymore is really hard. We haven't been able to find a good supplier. X15 is in the house. Gel Claws, yeah, Gel Claws are great. I need to buy some of those so we can do some reviews for you guys of their tires. I've been looking at their website off and on for T-Jet tires and stuff, and so I want to buy some from them and give a review for you guys. But yeah, that's why we went to in our freight cars. Hey, Tony. Good luck today, by the way. We've gone to silicones on our T-Jets. We've gone to silicones on our non-mags and Magna traction cars. We've gone to silicones on our G+ cars, just simply because trying to find original tires for them, especially in the G+ side because they were foam. Just wanted to say hi. Cool. Because the foam tires, they don't last through the years, anyways. So that's why we've all switched to silicones as well. More readily available and better to find these days, especially between Gel Claw and there's a couple other ones too. I live in Connecticut, and come to find out, Bob Beers is a vendor. Come on. at a flea market here in Connecticut. It was pretty cool to meet him and buy a few things from him. I'd like to meet Bob Beers one day too. There, David. AJ's are okay. You can every now and again you'll find some weird compounds from them though, and they're just kind of freaky for some reason. I don't know why. I've had some AJ's that are okay and that are great, and then I've had some AJ's that weren't very well either. There, Jeff. Probably because the ones that I had were like older ones too. That could have been the problem too. So we're going to be on for about 5 more minutes here, and then I'm going to have to go. I got to go. We got some work to do. We got to go move some stuff from my mother-in-law's house that we have stored there to the house because they're going to be moving. So we got to do that today. So we'll be on for another 5 minutes here. Let's do another coat while we're here. Like that silver with the blue we're going to be using is going to be cool. Gonna be cool. Very, very cool. So just going to do a little thing here for the people who aren't here. If you're watching this video in the future, don't forget to check out slotcarcrazy.com. Jim Betts is doing a lot of great work there. He's doing some really cool stuff. I'm very glad to be a part of that. I thought about it in the beginning about doing a website, and then I was like, I had known nothing about it, and I don't know how to do it, and I wouldn't know what we would do. And it was cool that we met Jim, and Jim stepped up and started that for us, and very cool. A lot of great information there, a lot of cool things, a lot of neat stuff you can do on that website and everything. Let's like the video. Let's like the video before it ends. And all that kind of stuff. Also, don't forget to support the channel. I'm going to be working on some new shirts. I finally got a program to be able to do some things. I got to play with it a little bit. I know I've said that in several videos, and I haven't got around to it, but I need to do that so we can do some stuff. So don't forget to get your Slot Car Crazy t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts at shop.spreadshirt.com/slotcar-crazy. I know I've been pitching that a lot, but the more shirts we sell, the more money, more commission we make, and the more money comes back to the channel, which means I can buy more stuff to show you guys. So it's a neat way to support the channel, and you get something back in return in a shirt or a hat or a sweatshirt and all that kind of stuff. So check that out as well. I'm going to be doing some neat shirts that are oriented to the channel. With some sayings and some other stuff, so be on the lookout for that. I'll let you guys know when I have new shirts up and stuff, so go check that out. And don't forget to check out all the websites that we mentioned on the YouTube channel. HOSlotcarracing.com, Wizard, Slot and Stuff, RTHO, One Stop Slot Shop. Go check out Dave Grabowski on Facebook and his controller wraps. Go check out Jag Hobbies and all their parts. Get your Slot Car Crazy tattoos. And all of that good stuff. So go check out everybody that I've bought stuff from. There's a lot of great people out there. A lot of great stuff that they're doing. A lot of cool stuff that they're doing. Kind of throw in kind of a pitch thing here that I thought would be kind of cool. Kind of something for you guys to think about. The Hot Wheels just came out with Hot Wheels ID. I know this is kind of off the subject, but it prompted me to start thinking about why can't, and I know they own the rights to all of that, but it would be so sick to be able to do that to slot cars. They've come out with a car that actually has a chip in the bottom of it, and it goes around the track, and the track is all USB clipped together. And it'll actually sense the car and lap time and all of that and speed and all of that stuff. It would be so cool to take that technology and move it to slot cars. I was watching that the other day, and because everybody knows I'm a huge Hot Wheel collector, and I was watching that the other day, and it'd be so cool to be able to do that with slot cars. It'd be so cool for us as a as a group, as the slot car community, to push Mattel to bring back Tyco slot cars and move the Hot Wheels ID into slot cars. I mean, it'd be hugely expensive, but it would be so cool to be able to do it. I mean, the set itself's like $179. And if you imagine taking that over to slot car side and how much a slot car track would cost, it would be kind of spendy, but it would be so cool to be able to do it. I was thinking about that when I was watching the videos on all those cars. I'm like, it would be so cool to be able to do that with slot cars. Be able to put a little ID reader chip inside on the chassis somewhere or inside the body somehow, and then be able to track to have the sensor and everything would be so cool. But just a thought out there. Go check, if you guys haven't checked that out, go check that out on any of the Hot Wheels guys' website. Lamley Group did one. Mike Zarnock did one. Go check it out and see what you guys think and see how cool to be able to do that with slot cars. Be so cool. Yeah, amazing ideas. Yeah, it'd be so cool to be able to do that. It probably cost a fortune, and I don't know how much Mattel put into it for the Hot Wheels side of things, but it would be so cool if they could bring back, since they own Tyco and all the rights to all the 440X2s and all that, to bring that back and bring out a set with slot cars with the same idea. It'd be so sick. So we're at an hour. I gotta go. I gotta go get some stuff today. So I hope you guys have a great week. Keep racing slotters. Keep the pin on the slot and the wheels on the downside. We'll catch you later. We'll catch you next week with the bi-weekly feature car. I'm going to be shooting that video for installing the T-Jet motor here soon, just so I have it shot and ready. I might even upload that as a midweek thing in between the bi-weekly and getting back to the 3x5 build. So I want to thank everybody for being here, and I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel, supporting Jim and the website, and supporting everything else. Would track your collection. It's probably true, though. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, everybody. I'm going to the races tonight. I'm out. I'll catch you guys later.